Hi everyone, this is Mayor Alex Vargas from the city of Hawthorne, and we have a very special public service announcement today for you. As we all know, COVID-19 has been very difficult for our community, for our county, for our state, for our country, and for the world. And we need to make sure that we defeat it once and for all. But as part of that whole effort, we need to make sure that all sectors of our community are safe, and that includes our school and our students. In the city of Hawthorne, we have about 5 different school districts that abut or are included within the city of Hawthorne. The first one is Hawthorne School District. The second one is Weisburn School District. Then we have Centinela Valley Union High School District and several private schools. And on top of that, we have the Lawndale School District, which has one school within the boundaries of the city of Hawthorne. And we also have Cimarron, which is a part of LA Unified School District. So, as I said, these are challenging times, and as we all know, there's conflicting information from both the county, the state, and sometimes people look at the city of LA for a lot of information. So I decided, and we felt that it would be very important to be able to bring the representatives, the directors, superintendents from our local schools to address you directly today to give you what their information is and what they are doing. So you're going to hear it from them directly. The city of Hawthorne has these 5 school districts, and the city of Hawthorne's schools have a great history. We have a lot of notable people that have gone through our school system. We've had a lot of great programs. We are in the hub of the aerospace industry, a great revival that's taken place with respects to that. So there's something to be very proud of. But before, I just want to establish what the protocol is going to be today, as each of our superintendents that are guests here are going to be coming up. They're going to be coming up with their face masks, taking it off when they're about to speak. After they finish speaking, and in between every single speaker, we're going to have one of our assistants here clean off the mic, clean off the desk, so that we make sure that we're safe when it comes to the COVID-19 virus and making sure that we prevent it. But then there's a message for all of you out there also, which is to wear your face masks. It's very important. You see a lot of people on TV, you see a lot of people out and about that aren't wearing their face masks, and they're not playing their part in being able to defeat COVID-19. So make sure that you get a face mask that fits properly. And it's supposed to, when you put it on, you make sure that it covers both your mouth and your nose. One of the things that can easily happen, and it's happened to me, it's happened to a lot of people, is that the top part falls down below the nose. So make sure that you're very conscious of that, and make sure that it covers your nose and it's a tight seal. And then make sure you also distance yourself from people. Physically distance yourself 6 feet. That's the recommended distance. Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you sanitize yourself as much as possible with hand sanitizer. And make sure that you stay away from those who are most vulnerable, like seniors or people who are vulnerable because of some pre-existing condition, if you suspect that you're sick or that you may have been exposed. So, personally, the topic of education is very important to me because I'm a teacher myself. I teach incarcerated adults. I teach them high school math and science so that they can get their diploma. And I'm not able to go back in because of what's happening. So I know there's a lot of people, they're sad, they're upset. They've relayed messages to me that they want to see me in person. They want to see all their teachers in person. So it's frustrating for everybody. I also teach at El Camino College. I teach physics courses part-time. And the messages I get from my students, they know that we have to commit to being able to fight the coronavirus, but they still yearn to be with us in person so that we can have that face-to-face contact when it's teaching. So it hurts, and ultimately the message today that at the end I want all our residents, our parents, and our students to know is that we care about you. We miss you in person, but we have a very overarching problem here, situation that we need to take care of. So make sure you play your part, talk to your neighbors, students, talk to your parents, make sure if they don't have their face masks or anybody around them, remind everybody to wear their face masks so we can get back to life as normal as possible. The sooner the better. So I'm going to start by introducing our first superintendent, Dr. Helen Morgan from the Hawthorne School District, to come up and address the community.
Thank you, Mayor Vargas, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to address the community. As Mayor Vargas said, I am the proud superintendent of the Hawthorne School District. The Hawthorne School District consists of 7 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and 1 dependent charter high school, Hawthorne Math and Science Academy. Earlier in the month of July, the governor determined that we would not be returning to school if we were in Los Angeles County. There is nobody that wants to return to school more than myself. I know how important school is for our children, but it is also important that we keep our children safe, our employees safe, and the entire community safe. So at this time, the governor has determined that we will not be returning to in-person instruction. We will be beginning distance learning following our regular calendar. So for our TK through 8th grade students, we will start school on August 19th, virtually. And for Hawthorne Math and Science Academy, they will begin instruction on August 20th. We want to ensure that all of our students have the tools necessary to be successful, so we are putting together a box of materials for them to have at home, along with headsets for every student to help eliminate some of the distractions in the home to help them focus better. When we engaged in online learning in the last school year, it was on a very limited basis. Our new school year will look more like a regular school day. Our school principals will be contacting all families to ensure that you know exactly what the program looks like, what the schedules look like, and how to acquire the materials that you will need. Registration is open. Please be sure to visit our website to get registration materials, and we look forward to the day we can see you all in person, but until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, and be happy. Thank you.
So now I'm going to ask Dr. Blake Silvers from Wiseburn School District to please come up and address the community.
Thank you, Mayor Vargas, for the opportunity to speak today. Again, my name is Blake Silvers, and I am the proud superintendent of the Wiseburn Unified School District. First, I want to give my sincere thank you to our community, to our students, to our families, to our teachers and support staff for the tremendous amount of flexibility, adaptability, and perseverance that they've showed during this tenuous time in world history. Our teachers definitely were the backbone of our efforts to maintain continuity of instruction. Our staff, support staff, help keep our buildings safe and clean, and our clerical staff as well help support our operations. So I just want to say a huge thank you to all of our folks in Wiseburn for their hard work. We continue planning in Wiseburn for the 2021 school year. We will start the school year for our TK through 8 students on September 1st in a distance learning platform, as Dr. Morgan just shared, due to the governor's orders. We plan now tentatively to return back to school in mid to late January at the conclusion of our first semester. Again, I share these with some caution because the pandemic is fluid. We'll continue to adapt and adjust accordingly. And for the record, we all want our students back. We know that our students learn better when they're face-to-face with their teachers, when they have social interaction with their peers, and when they get to get out of their house and actually learn in person. We'll bring our students back as soon as it is safe to do so, and we want to be sure that our students, our staff, all of our employees, teachers, and our community are safe. I do feel we're prepared for this moment. We've planned for it. We have 2 paths going as we plan for distance learning. We've looked at over a dozen programs to help support distance learning for our teachers. And at the same time, we've also planned a hybrid model that has a staged approach to return when the time's right and we're able to do so. So as preparations continue this year, we're going to ask families to fill out a form that will determine whether they would be in hybrid learning or distance learning for the entirety of next school year. There's more to come on that in the coming weeks. I want to thank you for the time today. I also want to share that we'll be serving lunch to our students as usual. We're working on preschool options and childcare options, whether it be through our district or with community partnerships. And again, I want to wish everybody safety, health, and happiness. So thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor Vargas. I look forward to seeing everyone in person here soon. Bye-bye.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Greg O'Brien from Centinela Valley Union High School District to please come up and address the community and the students.
All right, thank you, Mayor Vargas. My name is Dr. Gregory O'Brien, and I'm the superintendent of Centinela Valley Union High School District. I'm known to most of you as Hawthorne, Lusinger, Lawndale, and Lloyd High Schools. 2 weeks ago, I sent a letter to all families letting them know that we would be starting the school year through distance learning. And I know for a lot of you that was a big disappointment. It was for me as well. But after analyzing the situation and looking at all the data, the science, and the information regarding COVID-19, we believe that it is very important that we are safe for both our students, our families, and our staff. And so we will be starting through distance learning. And students, we want you to know it's very important. We want you back. We know that education is your key to success in life, and so it's very important that all of you take distance learning very seriously. To our seniors, we know this is going to be a difficult year. However, we are working with our activities directors, with our athletic directors, our principals, and admin staff to ensure that you have a different but very memorable senior year. There are 3 things that I'd like to share with you today. The first one is that there will be significant changes to our distance learning model. To begin with, we will be starting school on Monday, August 17th at 8 a.m. You heard that correctly, 8 a.m. We're starting school because we will be having live instruction with our teachers and our fellow students. So please make sure that you are ready to go with your Chromebook, with your internet connection, because during each class you will have to be able to be logged in. Additionally, our grading policy will be changed from what we did in the spring, so you have to be ready for that. The second thing is that nutritious meals will continue to be served. We are so grateful that from day one of this pandemic, our food services department has offered free breakfast and lunch to anyone 18 and under. Starting in the new school year, however, though, you'll have to have your ID card in order to get those free meals, so make sure you get those during registration. And third, additional academic and emotional supports will be available to all of our students. We are looking for ways to support you in your learning, whether that's virtual or in a limited fashion on our campuses. So be watching for that information. You will receive all of the information by going to our district and school websites and communicating with the school where you're going to be registering. Finally, I just want to say thank you to the citizens and the residents of Hawthorne and those of Centinela Valley. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your flexibility. Together, we're going to be able to do this, and be safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
So thank you to all three of the superintendents from our local public school systems for coming and presenting their information to our community, to the students, to the family. So you guys all know what to expect. So hopefully that's going to be some great, useful information for you. And as I mentioned to you, there are additional private schools within the city of Hawthorne, and there are 2 other public school systems that have at least 1 school within the city of Hawthorne. But I'm going to let you know through my discussions with local principals of those private schools and the other public schools what they've told me. Essentially, all of these schools will be opening at their regular opening date, so that's to be expected. They will all be going to online learning, but make sure that you check your specific websites for the specific schools in which you have your students enrolled or in which you are enrolled yourself. I'll start off with St. Joseph Parish School. I talked to Principal Kevin Donahue, and he told me that, of course, they're going to be going to the remote learning model, but they will be evaluating when they will be opening from month to month. I also spoke to Principal Suhair Mudalal from the Islamic Center School, which we have here in the city of Hawthorne, and they will be going to remote learning as well, and they will be evaluating reopening the school to face-to-face teaching every 2 months. Also spoke to the Principal Fran Sanders from Trinity Lutheran School, and they will also be doing remote learning, and they are ready immediately once the governor lets them know that the restrictions are lifted on schools. So they're ready to go at a moment's notice. So they will be depending on the state. Also, we have Lawndale School District, which has 1 school, actually 2 school sites, F.D. Roosevelt and Kit Carson, which is another school that they have here within the city of Hawthorne. And I talked to Ann Phillips, who is a board member for the Lawndale School District, and they told me that they will be following the remote learning model as well, and they will be evaluating their reopening at the end of the first trimester, which ends up being the first week in December. And as you all know, LAUSD has a school within the northwest boundaries of the city of Hawthorne, and that's Cimarron School, and they will be following LAUSD's remote learning process and their process on reopening. So take a look at their website as well. So the message here that you heard from all of our superintendents, from myself, and from the other schools is that everyone wants to go back to school in person, but we won't be able to achieve that if you don't play your part in staying safe, wearing your face masks, and keeping physical distance when you have to, and making sure that you follow all the rules that are laid out for you so that we can stay safe and healthy and we can eradicate the coronavirus once and for all. Will we be able to reach normalcy as we knew it before? Possibly not, but we will be able to approximate it very closely if everyone participates. So, as I said, wear your face mask properly. Make sure it covers both your mouth and your nose. Make sure it covers your mouth and your nose. And make sure you wash your hands frequently. Make sure you sanitize your hands. Make sure you keep a distance of 6 feet from people. Make sure you encourage others to wear their face masks as well. Don't stay silent. If you see something, let other people know so you can get everybody on board. And we want to see you, as a teacher myself, and as you heard from the superintendents, we want to see you soon in the classroom. So we need to make this happen. So we are the city of good neighbors. We are the city of good schools. We are the city of good people. So everyone play a part, and I'm very confident that we'll be reaching normalcy soon. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to superintendents who came today, and for all the schools that passed along information to the community. Stay safe and stay healthy, Hawthorne, okay? We hope to see you again soon.